Hello everyone, it is Francesco here. I hope everyone's doing really well. If you're new to the Keep Productive YouTube channel, welcome, and if you're a regular, welcome back. So in today's video, I am going to be passing over to another guest. I am going to be passing over to Tina at Overall Adventures. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I came across Tina's YouTube channel, and it was covering journaling, and you know me, I actually really enjoy the process of journaling and things like that, and I thought it would be amazing for Tina to come on and sort of show the process of physical journaling that she goes through. Now, what I really like about Tina's channel, Overall Adventures, is it tries to cover different aspects of journaling and how you can use it. So for example, it touches on how you can use it for mental health, things like depression, anxiety and stress, which is really beneficial, and just using journaling hacks and routines and using them for things like bullet journals. So that's really exciting, and I don't think we share enough about the physical side of productivity apps and tools out there. So hopefully this video will give you an insight into that. So guys, I'm going to be passing over to Tina today. I've been doing more collabs recently, giving me a bit of a break, but I hope that you enjoyed today's feature. I hope that you find it valuable. Make sure to follow Tina and subscribe to her on YouTube, because I will be doing a video about 5 journaling applications that you can use to mimic a journaling process as well. So guys, I will stop blabbering on. So let's pass it to Tina from Overall Ventures to cover about how to get started with journaling. Thanks guys, make sure to have a great week, keep productive, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.
Hey everyone, I'm Tina with Overall Adventures, and I'm here today with much love and gratitude to Francesco for bringing me onto his channel to talk to you guys today about a beginner's guide to journaling. So Francesco is going to be over on my channel sharing 5 awesome journaling apps that you can use, and today I'm going to be here going a little bit old school, talking about pen and paper and how to start a journaling practice. And just to share a little bit about me, I have been journaling daily since I was 13 years old. I only use pen and paper, and I've written a couple novels along the way, but really I use journaling daily to help with de-stressing, to help with understanding my own emotions, my experience of the world, to document memories, and to get to know myself on a deeper level. So I just want you to know, yes, I have lots of experience with journaling, and I will be here in the comments below if you have any questions for me. Before you even get a notebook, the first thing I want you to do is to sit down, maybe with a scrap piece of paper, and ask yourself, why do I want to start a journal? And what am I looking to get out of it? So we want to get intentional first, right? And I know Francesco talks a lot about productivity here, and it's the same thing. We can't be productive if we don't know what our outcome is or what our desired goal is. We have to go in being intentional and mindful. So some examples for why you might want to start daily journaling is you might want to de-stress in your life. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety or a lot of things going throughout your head all the time, and you don't even know where to put them. So you can kind of word vomit, as we call it, or dump it all down on the page. Another reason why you might want to start journaling is because maybe you're going through a little bit of a tough time in your life. You want to kind of process and really take time to write before you react in your life. You might just want to document your day-to-day. Maybe you're in a really exciting point in your life, or maybe it's just like a really, you finally have some extra time and you really just want to connect and remember the memories that you're creating along the way. So there's so many different reasons to journal. I just want you to get intentional and sit down and figure out, do I want this to be more of a planner? Do I want this to be more of a gratitude-centered practice? Do I want this to be more of a self-discovery kind of thing? Then once you get intentional about your goals and what you hope to get out of the journal, then you can move into the fun part, which is picking out a notebook. Now there are endless notebooks out there. Francesco uses Bear and Fig. I just got myself a couple of Bear and Figs. Love them. There's also Leuchtturm. There's all these different brands. But before you even overwhelm me with brands, again, go back to your intention and see if you can find a product that supports that intention. So if you want something more planner related, maybe a dot grid would be better, so you can make little boxes and things like that. But if you want more of an art journal, or if you want more of a gratitude journal, maybe a Coptic stitch binding, one that lies open super flat, would be helpful for you. The key with a notebook is that you have to love it. For some people, that means going out and getting something super, super cheap. You're just starting your journaling habit. Or that might mean spending a little bit more money and getting something that's really yummy that you really, really love. Size is a big deal with notebooks. I find that as a beginner journaler, don't get something super thick and chunky. You want to get something thinner so you have the satisfaction of finishing it. That's part of the fun, is kind of collecting these notebooks over time. You start with this super thick one, it's going to feel like, oh my God, I'm never going to get through this. So you want to go a little bit thin. And that's my number one tip for picking out a notebook, really. And then you can decide on the paper. Do you like blank? Do you want lines? Do you want dots? Do you want graph paper? Do you want hardcover, softcover? All of these things. It might be easier to start a little cheaper at first so you can figure out what exactly you like. And it's okay if you decide, I don't like it. This is not working for me. You can let go of the notebook. Nobody is like behind you being like, you have to finish all of your notebooks. Give yourself permission to just let that go. In terms of notebooks, there's expensive notebooks, there are recycled notebooks, and then there are handmade notebooks on Etsy and things like that. It's really just personal preference. I like to bounce around. I like all different types of notebooks, and my mood changes, and I like to kind of change with the season and things like that. From there, you're just gonna do a couple little basics. Once you get your journal, just make sure you put some contact info right in the front page. This way you won't lose it. And what I like to do is create a kind of motivation station, basically taking that first page and remember that scrap intention that you made about why you want to journal. You can copy it or you can write it in a beautiful way on that front page so that you can always remember why you want to journal. I love to collage, tear up old newspaper, tear up old magazines and put them throughout the journal. And I also but that's really just personal preference. The next step is really going to be bonding with your journal and creating a routine, or at least a writing time. For me, when I first started journaling, I journaled at night, like right before I went to bed. And that really helped me kind of recap the day and sleep soundly. But now I actually do more of a morning journal practice, which is when I write first thing when I get up, let all of those thoughts out of my head so I can start my day fresh. It's really just a personal preference. If you're not sure what will work for you, try both. And if you're like, I have to get up really early for work and I don't have time to get up early and I don't have time to write before bed, my suggestion then would be to take the journal with you wherever you go. And you should do that regardless. This is going to help you bond with your journal. You want to feel like you want to go to it. You want to hold it and be like, oh, I just want to write. You want that excitement because it's going to motivate you to write, to get to the journal. And last but not least, this is a big one. I want you to just give yourself permission to make mistakes. There is no right or wrong way to journal. It doesn't matter what your handwriting looks like. It doesn't matter if you write only sad things or boring things or happy things. There's no one to judge you except for yourself. So just remember that this is all for you and it needs to serve you. It's not about making it pretty so you can post it on social media. It's about what you need and achieving that goal or what you want to get out of it. If you're really stuck with what to write, you can find a bunch of writing prompts and dive on in that way. Or you could just let it all out, set a timer for 10 minutes is probably a good starting point, and just word vomit or brain dump it out all on the page and just try to stream of conscious writing, let it all go. So I hope that was helpful. Much love, and again, gratitude to Francesco for having me here on his channel. If you want to check out more journaling videos, I'm over there at Overall Adventures, and I will be in the comments here below, and we'll also have a bunch of descriptions down below of journals and things that I like. And yeah, let's talk about it down below. Thanks so much. Peace.